Hey everyone, welcome to Growth Notes. Today I'd like to talk about success metrics and in the next few minutes cover why you should have a success metric for pretty much every feature or project that you're working on. So the first question is, what is a success metric? As its name implies, it's the metric we're using to decide if a feature that you're working on or a project overall is successful. It really answers two questions. The first one is, why are we doing this? Like, what is the metric that we're trying to move? What are we trying to improve? And the second thing is that it tells us, have we actually improved it? It gives us a way to measure whether or not we've been successful. So the question next is, well, how many of these success metrics should we have? Is the right number 2? Should we have 2 of them? Maybe 3 of them? I strongly suggest that you have 1. It helps keep you focused, and you'll see as we go through a couple of the reasons why success metrics are so valuable, why having 1 is really helpful. It doesn't mean that this is the only metric we care about. It means that, at least for now, or for this particular project or feature, this is the metric we're going to focus on for that. So let's look at some of the benefits for using a success metric. The first one is it helps us focus the design. Let's say we're working on onboarding for the product, and if our success metric was the percentage of features that we have that a user uses in the first few weeks, we'd come up with one potential design. But if our metric was the 4th week retention of a user, then maybe what we do instead is focus on just the 2 or 3 features that are most correlated with that kind of retention and would move that metric. And you can see that if we were to look at both metrics, the number of features you're using and 4th week retention, well, which one of these designs do we go with? The second thing that having a success metric does for us is it helps keep us accountable. Why did we do this in the first place? And there are really 2 parts to keeping us accountable. First is it lets us know when we've hit our targets. We set out to do something, we had a goal. The accountability is, did we or did we not hit that goal? The second thing it does is it avoids this notion of cherry picking, where anytime you make a change to a product, inevitably, lots of metrics are going to move. If we haven't chosen beforehand what the metric is that we are most focused on, then it's kind of human nature. You'll look around at all the different numbers, and some are down and some are up for all these different metrics, and you'll pick the best one and you'll say, oh, hey, look, we're up 9% if we look at this particular metric. The problem with that is if we have multiple success metrics or none at all, and we just cherry pick whatever metric happened to move the most, everything we launch will then look like a success. And that really hinders our ability to learn about what works and what doesn't. And then the last thing I want to focus on, because it keeps us focused on this one metric, having this one success metric, it enables experimentation. The whole root of experimentation is trying something to see if you can improve some aspect of the product. So we need to be able to measure whether or not we improved it, because if we can't measure it, then we don't know whether the change we made, the experiment we were running, was beneficial or not. And so we don't know whether to launch it to everyone or not. So what's the point of running an experiment if we can't really determine what to do after the experiment completes? So these are some of the main reasons why you should really have a success metric for every project you're working on, every feature that you're working on. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank you.